We're going to talk about one of my favorite platforms on social media, which is LinkedIn. I really think LinkedIn is one of the most powerful platforms that is misunderstood, and so people aren't utilizing it like they could, but it's a great platform for client acquisition. So if you've been thinking about LinkedIn, this is a great interview for you. So Jacqueline Baldwin is the owner of Radiant Digital Solutions LLC, and it's a company dedicating to helping businesses leverage digital tools like social media, email, and blogging to really grow their business online. Jacqueline's presented several workshops and webinars on social media marketing and for the Specialized Information Publishers Association. She's worked with Business Management Daily and the Prince George's County Connections Business Group, and has won 3 different SIPA awards on social media. So we're so excited to have you on.
Thank you so much, Amy. I'm so excited to be here. And I love this topic too. It's absolutely one of my favorites. So I'm so excited to talk about it.
It's such a great topic, and it's such a powerful and yet misunderstood platform. So
That's very true.
kind of give people first, tell them why you love LinkedIn. What do you think are the best features of it?
So I think LinkedIn is so great because it just allows you to connect with so many different people. You know, we're sitting here at our computers and we can connect with people in different states, in different countries, and it just really opens up the ability to have new opportunities. You know, people can see our products and services, people can find our LinkedIn profiles to learn more about us. So it's just a really good way to connect us and our businesses to thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a little bit more friendly in a couple of ways. One of my favorite things about it is that it's the only platform that I know of that actually allows you to use it as a database and search and seek out and find your ideal clients. Facebook doesn't do that. Instagram doesn't do that. YouTube doesn't do that. And so it's cool in that way. I love that as well.
Yeah, that's very true. The search functionality is awesome. The way that you can filter, you can really find people who, you know, are interested in what you're selling, groups targeted to specific topics, people who are in specific industries. So yeah, that search function is awesome.
Awesome. Okay, so if somebody is looking at LinkedIn and considering it as a platform for their business, what do they need to know?
So they really need to know how to utilize the platform effectively, because it can kind of be a time suck if you're not really thinking strategically, if you're just going on and scrolling through your news feed. So the first thing that I would say is really make sure to optimize your profile, your LinkedIn personal profile. So I really make sure to have it thoroughly filled out. Each section thoroughly filled out, your experiences, your summary section, your contact information, which is also very important. Just using keywords related to your industry, related to your products and services. So that's the first thing that's really important for me, is really taking advantage of that profile so people can learn more about you and also your business. And then it's also really neat that search engines index LinkedIn profiles. So people could find your LinkedIn profile when they're searching for your name or your name and your business on Google and other search engines. So that's another reason why it's so important to have your profile thoroughly filled out.
Absolutely. And can we just for 1 second point out the fact that there are so many bad profiles on LinkedIn? You guys, like 10 years ago, you went and you opened up a profile and it's still there and it's out of date and it's incomplete and it is searchable. So when I search for you, it pops up as one of the things on Google, especially if you don't have a real strong online presence. That first page is going to show your profile. So it'll be like your website, and then your profile might be right below it. And if it's not ready to be seen, you need to go and get it ready to be seen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've seen a lot of people that don't even have a profile photo, or sometimes they have misspellings in throughout their profile. So really take a look and make sure that you fix those and fill out all of that information.
Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our profiles up to date. What is the second tip that you have for them?
So don't be afraid to connect with people who you don't know. I hear a lot of people say, I only want to connect with people who I've worked with before. Well, you really are limiting yourself with how you can expand your network. So if you see someone who, you could be a potential contact, someone who is in an industry in an alignment with your industry, I would definitely recommend sending them a connection request. And you can actually personalize the message that's sent with the connection request. LinkedIn allows you to send a default, but I recommend personalizing it. It increases the chances of that person connecting with you. And then sometimes, you'll receive a connection request. And I use this rule of thumb when I decide whether or not I'm going to connect with the person. I take a look at their profile. Is it filled out? Do they have all the information I need to learn more about them? And then if I do, I will connect with them. But if I go to their profile and they don't have a lot of information, it just doesn't look like they're very active on LinkedIn, then I usually won't connect with that person.
Mm-hmm. Good. I definitely think you need to approach LinkedIn because really what it is it's, every social media platform has their own personality. LinkedIn is the largest online business networking site. That's really what it is. And so why would you want to go to the largest networking meeting in the world and go, I'm only going to talk to the people that I already know? Like, you want to expand and build your network. And I will tell you, LinkedIn has probably been the most influential platform for us growing our business because we've built our business through partnerships and through collaborations, and we found them all through LinkedIn. And so that's where we and reach out to the majority of the experts that we have on our summits, that we have, as guests on our YouTube channel or on joint venture webinars, or all the different things that we've done over the years. We found them all through LinkedIn, and you have to spend time to develop your network in order to do that. So let's just do a quick little survey. How many of you are currently on LinkedIn and actively using the platform? Just go ahead and type in the chat and let us know if you're on and currently using. Okay, so Jacqueline, let's talk a little bit about strategy too. So what are some good strategies that you feel like are working well for most people?
So I definitely recommend to start getting active on LinkedIn by posting and writing articles. So you can really position yourself as a thought leader by posting status updates, which show up at the top of your news feed. And I recommend posting things like excerpts to your blog posts, linking back to your blog posts on your website, strategies, tips. You can ask your network questions. You can post insight articles. So really utilizing those status updates to position yourself as both a thought leader and then also allow your network to get to know you. And then I also recommend using those hashtags for keywords related to your content. So that increases your content's visibility for people searching for those specific keywords or those specific hashtags. Mm-hmm. So that's one tip I have on strategy. And then another one is to don't just post and forget about it. Make sure you're going back and checking your posts, looking at the comments on those posts, and commenting back to continue the conversation. And then also be looking through your news feed and commenting on your followers' posts, reacting to those posts. And a lot of people say to me, oh, well, how am I going to have this time to do all this engagement on LinkedIn? A tip that I have for that is break up your time into small chunks. So for example, if you're standing in the line at the grocery store or you're picking up your kids and you're waiting for them to come out of school, download the mobile app and look at the LinkedIn mobile app and just engage, do some posting, do some commenting during those small chunks of time that you have. And that's a really good way to break up the time that you spend on LinkedIn.
Absolutely. So I know we are running just a little bit behind, but I want to point out one other strategy that I do is send private messages. So when somebody makes a thoughtful comment, and I'm not just talking like they like it or they go cool, when they actually add value to the conversation, I'll send them a private message and just say, hey, I really appreciate your thoughts. Tell me more about you. And I have had good leads and sales conversations go through that, where like there's a conversation that started in public and now you take that to a more private conversation. So these are some really great LinkedIn tips. Where, how do you work with your clients, and where can people contact you if they want to get more information about LinkedIn?
Yeah, so if you're saying to yourself, well, how in the world am I going to have time to post on LinkedIn and post on all these other social media platforms, do blogging? Well, that's where I come in. I work with my clients to take email marketing and social media marketing and blogging out of their hands so they can focus on what they do best. So if you're interested in learning more about working with me, you can check out my website at radiantdigitalsolutions.com. And then you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Radiant Digital Solutions.
And also, let's just be honest, how many of you have ever in the middle of content creation been like, oh my gosh, I hate doing this. Why can't I just get someone to do it for me? Who's thought that? So
yeah,
it can be overwhelming. And it can take a lot of time. So for those of you who can relate to that struggle, I really highly recommend reaching out. So Jacqueline, thank you so much for being on. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. And also for everyone on the call, if you'd like to connect with me on LinkedIn, please send me a connection request and send me a message and let me know what your key takeaways from this interview were.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy. Have a great day.